Skywalker Academy has been trademarked by Lucasfilm, but what could this mean? A new show, a new movie, a new clothing line? Let's talk about it.
Have you seen Star Wars?
So this past week, a lot of people were speculating on what this meant when Lucasfilm trademarked Skywalker Academy. That name right there, kind of a... You know how they do it. They do it with shows, they do it with books, they do it with a lot of stuff. If I remember correctly, I remember when they trademarked Star Wars Resistance, and then a lot of us were just kind of like, oh, that's cool, but what does this mean? What's this going to be? And we thought it was going to be something kind of more unique, and then it became the animated show, and everybody was like, this is nothing, and no one ever remembers Star Wars Resistance. And it feels like we're going to have a similar situation with this right here, because when you hear Skywalker Academy, what's the first thing you think of? Luke Skywalker teaching Jedi Padawans. Luke Skywalker starting the new Jedi Order after Episode 6. And then, of course, we all know exactly what happened with his new Jedi Order. It got destroyed by Kylo Ren. I mean, was it destroyed by him? Because in the comic book, it didn't seem like it was. I'm still waiting on actual confirmation on who burned down the temple. But hey, what do I know? Anywho, Skywalker Academy has been trademarked by Lucasfilm, and last time we saw Luke was when he was actually recruiting Grogu. He picked up Grogu from Din Djarin in the Mandalorian Seasons 2 finale, and he took him to go protect him and train him in the ways of a Jedi Knight. So a lot of us would expect this to be the story route we go with something called the Skywalker Academy. This sounds like something that could be a show. Of course, it wouldn't be a movie if it was going to be based around Luke Skywalker. But unfortunately, Jordan Mason kind of came out and add some clarity to the situation. He went into the trademark and he tweeted, well, that's an interesting new Star Wars trademark, Star Wars Academy. Looks like just for clothing items at the moment, so maybe just for a new line of athletic stuff or something. So basically what he is saying there is that even if it says Skywalker Academy, it does not mean they're trademarking it specifically for a Star Wars show, a Star Wars book, or anything like that. It could be clothing, it could be a book, it could be a comic book, it could be something as simple as a new part to Galaxy's Edge. Maybe they're trying to expand it or add a little bit more to it. We really don't know. What's making this interesting, though, is that everyone talks about the Skywalker Academy because we all really want to see what Luke is doing between episodes 6 and 7. The new sequel trilogy and also the new comic books, and I think some books in general, give us a little bit more details on what Luke was doing between episodes 6 and 7. Rise of Skywalker says he was hunting for Sith relics. We see him in The Last Jedi, basically going depressed for a few years because he betrayed Kylo, and we also see him in a flashback try to kill Kylo, and so we just kind of know that Luke's been doing some stuff between episodes 6 and 7 that we really didn't know going into The Last Jedi. But I remember before The Last Jedi came out, I was talking to a Star Wars author, who I won't say who because they spoke on anonymity, but they did say at the time that the most interesting thing to every author in Star Wars at the moment, and mind you, this was 2017, was finding out what Luke was doing between episodes 6 and 7. The author told me that everyone was trying to get that gig. Everyone was trying to be the person to write that story. And now that as times have changed, I mean, it's been 4 years since that conversation has happened, it's kind of disappointing to look at what we have now and realize that we may not get that full-fledged story that we thought we were going to get. It's going to be kind of teased and hinted at on what he was doing for many years now. And even if we get a full story on what was happening between 6 and 7, I think now with the way the route of the story went with the sequel trilogy and mainly the character progression of Luke Skywalker, I think we're all going to be disappointed with that. So I think Skywalker Academy is a good idea for a show. I think it's a good idea for possibly, I don't know if I want to say an animated series, maybe a comic book series or a book. It's going to be really hard for me to see someone like Luke Skywalker on the big screen again. I mean, we saw him with The Mandalorian Season 2, and that was really cool and unique. But do I want to see an entire show with that version of Luke? It's not going to age well. I mean, he looked a little weird. I mean, it is CGI a lot, but I just think that at some point we've already done enough damage and we kind of need to move on. I would love to see Luke teaching a new generation of Jedi, but I feel like that's such a sensitive topic and part of the story right now that Lucasfilm may be a little too fearful to dive back into that, because like I said just a second ago, it's kind of a lot of damage to a character that I really don't think we should revisit at the moment. The ending that he had to The Mandalorian Season 2 was a great send-off, I would like to find out what happens with him and Grogu. Other than that, I think we should keep our distance from Luke. He is my favorite character of all time, but right now, and I hate to say it, I do not trust the powers that be over there at Lucasfilm to handle Luke in the way that I think he should be handled, especially if we're going to do a brand new show called Skywalker Academy based off him. You know what? I'm going to throw a wrench in this argument. How about this? How about this? Who's to say Skywalker Academy means Luke Skywalker? Huh? Why are you assuming that, you sexist rate? No, I'm playing. I could argue, though, that this actually could be a story based on Rey Skywalker. I mean, I know she's not a Skywalker. She's a Palpatine, dude. But on one hand, we could say that Rey will teach a new generation of Jedi. They could make a post-sequel show. They could go live action. They could have Daisy Ridley and John Boyega come back. Rey and Finn, she's teaching Finn how to become a Jedi. That would work, and that would work in the timeline. There is nothing that is happening after Episode 9 that we even remotely know about. So this could be that show. This could be a sequel show. We don't know. She could come up and be like, hey, there's no more Jedi anymore. You're all Skywalkers. And that's why it's called Skywalker Academy. Now, that would be really stupid, but I would understand the route they're going with. So tell me your thoughts in the comment section below. Will it be a Luke Skywalker Academy, or will it be a Rey Skywalker Academy? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you all for watching. If you like this video, please leave it a like or a comment because it does help out the channel. If you enjoy Star Wars Only, that is me, you can become an Only fan and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on the latest news in Star Wars. Thank you all for watching. I'm Star Wars Only. I will see you all next time, and may the Force be with you always.